So now we have our shelter situation sorted, we need to turn our attention to food. Now, probably the most easily obtainable source of food is bugs, crickets, grubs like the kind you can find under rotting pieces of wood, and worms. Now they're not very appetizing, but they contain about 2/3 of the protein you would find in a steak or codfish or something like that. But more importantly, they also contain fat. And protein and fat are very, very important to your long-term survival. Now, I brought real food out with me, so I'm not going to be eating bugs today. Sorry, I'm just not that dedicated. The next source of food is fish. Now, we have in our survival kit some fish hooks, some cordage, which we can use to improvise fishing line, and some sinkers. Now, the cordage is actually a real pain to unravel, and I tried it earlier, and trying to thread the hooks is not that simple, especially with cold hands. I'd much prefer that they'd included some proper fishing line. There's plenty of room in the survival kit, so really there's no excuses for that. Definitely an oversight, and if you're going to be taking one of these kits out with you, I would add some fishing line. I'd also double up on the hooks and the sinkers, because it's very, very easy to lose your kit. The simplest way to catch fish out here, in a survival situation anyway, is an unattended line. Now, probably the best thing you would do is you cut yourself a log about yay big, attach your lines with the hooks and your bait to it, and then attach another line to the log, which you can attach to an anchor point on shore, and then you throw your log out into the water and you just leave it. Now, again, I can't demonstrate that because we're in well, it's illegal to fish without a rod in Ontario, and especially in a provincial park, the rangers really frown on that sort of thing. But unattended fishing is definitely the way to go in a survival situation, because then you can just leave your bait out, go off and attend to other tasks around camp, and come back and hopefully you've got a meal ready for you in a couple of hours. You want to situate your floating log underneath the leaves of overhanging trees, anywhere in shadow basically where fish like to hide. That's going to be your best chance. Next in the survival kit we have snare wire, and again our cordage, sorry, bugs, and not the tasty kind. Where was I? Right, yes, so snares. Out in an area like this, the only real source of live animals that you can catch are squirrels. So you'd want to set up a squirrel snare. You'd set it up on a branch, leaning up against a tree, because squirrels love to run up and down those things. So that's your best chance with those. And again, you know, snaring in a provincial park, frowned upon. But what I will do is I'll link to a video on YouTube which demonstrates it a lot more capably than I can. I think I Wisman did one. It's really, really good video. It demonstrates the technique perfectly. Finally, in our survival kit we have our little Dermasafe blade and our Dermasafe saw, which we can use to fashion deadfalls or other kinds of traps. Classic Figure-4 Deadfall would be ideal. You would split a large log and have one on the bottom and one on the top, so when it falls it snaps together and crushes anything that's going to be underneath it. I mean, a lot of people just use rocks or logs for the top of the deadfall, but then you run the risk of not completely crushing it and then your animal getting away or limping away or whatever. So that's a better way to do it, but again I can't demonstrate that here because it's completely illegal. But I'll see if I can find another video of a well done Figure-4 Deadfall. I know Bushcraft Bartons has one on his YouTube channel, so I'll see if I can find that and I'll link that one to you as well. So yeah, bit of an underwhelming video I'm afraid when it comes to catching food, but you know, when you're not in a survival situation you are kind of duty bound to stick within the letter of the law.